Alright.
Let's try not to hit the table again.
Here in our office. Today we'll be reviewing the H&K MP5K competition series by Heckler & Koch, and I believe it's created by Umarex. This MP5K is licensed by H&K. It has all the H&K trademarks that you'd see on both sides. It has the full auto, stream of bullets, the single fire, the one bullet, and then the white with a bullet crossed out. Yes, it's ambidextrous, and yes, there is selective fire on each side. The MP5K includes a full metal gearbox with reinforced parts. On the inside, the internals look okay. I would suggest an upgrade of gears and maybe a new piston, as the piston is plastic. I don't know about totally upgraded, but it does have a pretty high rate of fire out of the box. And the only thing that I would say that's not super great about the gearbox would probably be the trigger response, which deals with the gears and the trigger itself. It's very hard trigger pull. You have to pull pretty far back before it even starts shooting.
The MP5 has a very convenient vertical grip here that is really comfy and really good for those CQB areas. Makes it really easy to turn those corners and stuff like that without really moving your hands too much.
The butt plate of this gun is easy to take out. 2 pins and you actually pull it right out. It contains a swivel sling that in the review or features it says that it's adjustable. It's not really, it just swings around. When you take off this butt plate, you do reveal a port right here. There's actually access to your battery. Your battery goes along this top circular area right here. The battery is an 8.4 volt stick battery with a small type Tamiya connector. It goes into the top of the gun and goes all the way up towards the front where the connector is. Where the vertical grip that Chris talked about earlier has a pin that comes out and reveals the connecting piece right here.
The MP5 has fixed front sights, the circle with the stem basic sight, and it has this adjustable rear sight, which I am not a fan of, in my personal opinion.
After using it for a little while, the top part of this kind of crown base sight broke off. It, I don't know, seemed kind of weird when the circle just came off. It looked like a ring. It's not supposed to come off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it snapped off, and you'd have to order a whole new back sight to fix that. So that's probably one thing that was probably the only like cheap feeling thing on there. Basically everything else feels really sturdy.
This is not this high quality polymer that this is made out of.
The MP5 is 15.5 inches, so it's just about a foot. It's really small and compact. If you wanted, you could run it as a sidearm. They do have holsters that you can actually put these in. Some people have said that you can fit these into MP7 holsters. I've seen it done. I don't know about this specific MP5. I just run it with a sling on the back, a 1 point. Just tuck it under your arm or around your back. Definitely a great use for this gun. I would run it as a sidearm or a primary in CQB.
MP5 has a weight of just about 4.4 pounds without the magazine. So it's got a weight that makes it feel not like a cheesy Springer, but it's not so heavy that you're gonna be like freaking spaghetti arms at the end of the day when you're airsofting.
Yeah, it's definitely a lighter gun. It makes it easy to carry, and even if you were using it as a secondary, you really don't notice it. After playing with it, I realized that you could throw it around your shoulder and it would really just go wherever you wanted. Very maneuverable. I would rate it a 10 out of 10 for maneuverability. It's absolutely small, compact, and perfect for CQB. The inner barrel is 210 millimeters long. If you're looking to put a 6.01 type bore barrel into this gun, I don't know if it would be reasonable or not. Because of the fact that it's so short, once the BB leaves the barrel, it's going to start leaving and trailing from the wind, or even if you're inside, just the hop-up's going to make it go straight and then curve up or curve down, wherever. The range isn't super long, so even if you did add another one, an extension, like a barrel extension, mock suppressor, the power-up suppressors or whatever they're called, it would add some range, but honestly, if you're going to be playing with this, you're most likely playing CQB or using it as a sidearm anyway.
The MP5K's muzzle velocity ranges from about 290 to 300 FPS.
Arena is like cut off for weapons FPS, to be honest. The one that we play at, it has like 330 FPS, yeah. So it's just under. It's really that 30 FPS isn't gonna, you know, make or break it, and that allows you to put some upgrades into it if you want. You have that, you know, little room of how much FPS you want. If you can go higher, throw some upgrades. If you don't, don't.
So inside of this MP5K, it's got just a standard version 3 gearbox that is full metal,
6mm bearings, basic parts. It's fully upgradable. You can definitely change stuff if you want to. It's easy to open, fun to play with.
Fun to play with, not fun to open.
Fun to open and play with. Basically, what I really like about this gun is the fact that it's really easy to tear down. You really push out 3 pins, boom, 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 you take them all out. A couple more screws and you have the gun apart. What I don't like are the cheap sights. I know that the whole gun is plastic and that's what you should really expect, but it's HK. You really should expect a high quality sight. For me, basically, that's all I dislike, but there are a lot of great things on this gun. It's small, compact, lightweight. You know, you can use it as a secondary, use it as a primary. Very, very compact gun. It's ambidextrous for you left-handers. So yeah, I would definitely suggest this for people playing CQB or looking for a sidearm.
Alright, my likes and dislikes is take this off real quick. So I got an H&K G36 and it had a wonderful quick change spring system, but what I noticed is this one does not. And it would be really convenient. I mean, maybe they didn't have space to put the screws and stuff, but it would be really, really convenient and awesome if they would just put one in there. Like I said, it would just make things so much easier instead of pulling that gearbox out, changing the spring. It'd be so annoying. And so yeah, I really wish they put one of those in there. The trigger pull isn't long and the cycle is slow, and for CQB you would really expect and want something to be a little quicker than that, so I kind of don't like that, and that's really my two main not so likes about this. And I really like the weight. Can I like go over the table? I really want to do that. I don't really do a super leap. Alright, attempting greatness here.
Oh yeah! Twerk it, boy!
I'm a bit of slow going too. Alright, I'm gonna be a top hit on YouTube. Sexy man twerks after doing airsoft review.